Then I started doing even with very simple mechanisms, trying to see if the pattern of circulation of the bay was that the water was coming in over the surface and sinking over the bottom. And we tested it with very simple mechanisms, and it worked that way. Later on, we have been using more sophisticated systems, and it looks like that pattern works for the bay that we have in La Parguera. Others, they have other ways of doing it. Now I have, for example, another one in Fajardo. I don't know if you got to see that one. In Fajardo, the Cabezas de San Juan.
Yes, I was there visiting the Naturaleza. I talked to Elizabeth.
Yes, that's the Puerto Rico Conservation Trust.
Yes.
Yeah, and in the Puerto Rico Conservation Trust, of course, in that area, they have a way that is a little different. It's different because the connection to the ocean sort of meanders all the way to the ocean. And it's about 1.6 kilometers long. So the pattern is not very similar to the other one, but there is a concentration mechanism because I have a student now that is working on that, and there is a tendency to those organisms to concentrate near the center of the bay, and there is the source of the organisms. They sort of keep there, they stay there, rather than being flushed out, they stay there. So again, there's a mechanism that is similar in the sense that they stay there. Then I worked with my friend here, and with Brenda, we found that the bioluminescence in Vieques, it was really spectacular. It was really bright. I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
I was there in spring, and then it was not glowing. But,
you were here in spring. Oh, there was a big problem there. At that time, they were scared that the whole thing was going to disappear.
Yes.
But before that, it was something that it was really spectacular. That was when then I went there again, and then with Brenda, to find out, if there was some kind of a chemistry. The chemistry was different. We found that, she found that essentially, there was no significant difference between the chemistry there and the chemistry over there. So we have been keeping to find out, And now, of course, she's working on her PhD, and she's almost finishing that now. And there are many interesting things happening in the bay, in our bay here. The one in Vieques, they were kind of scared because something, and they kept asking me questions, and we even went to the Department of Natural Resources to find out if there was going to be some kind of assistance or some kind of way of recovering. And apparently, it's coming back. Sometimes, yeah, it has to do a lot with other factors. Like I remember when the first person that had the business there to take people to see the bay, one day she called me and she said, I'm desperate. The bay is gone. It's dead. And she sent me samples, and I didn't find anything. So it was this time of the year, when it gets cooler during our winter. And I asked her, could you tell me, what was where was the wind blowing from? And she said, I don't know, but it has been, for some reason, it has been blowing from the north for about a week. And I said, I'm pretty sure that's a problem. If the wind is blowing from the north, it's blowing everything outside of the bay. It's flushing the bay. But if the wind stops, I'm pretty sure that it's going to come back. So about a week later, she calls me, and she was all excited. She said, you were right. The wind switched to another direction, and now the bay is back into normal, and we are having. So this is the kind of thing that I have been always very interested in following.
But it seems you're the only one, or only a few people really know what is happening, and the people there make all kind of speculations.
Well, there is a lot of speculation always, because there are so many factors that can help. Some people believe or some people believe that contamination, pollution may have something to do with that, because there are so many boats going in over here, and in Vieques there are hundreds of kayaks, and also in Cabezas de San Juan. I always went by boat, small boat that was equipped in such a way that it would go inside there with electric motors, and but it was a small boat, and we went through the channel inside there. But one day, I had a group of people from California, and I had to kayak myself. Oh my goodness, I didn't know I was so strong, because I kept, going with the kayak. It was about 3 miles that we went up kayaking, and I couldn't believe it. There were so many kayaks there, and I said, this is going to be doing something, because everybody paddling there, and who knows, so many things happen. So that's why there is some speculation, because that also things that they do on land, like if they cut a road, there's going to be a lot of erosion, and if we get rainfall, I don't know if you were exposed to some rain lately here, but when it rains here, it's really strong.
Yeah.
Now all that carries all the sediment into the bay, and sediments affect the system. The system it can be affected too. So there's some. That's why there is a speculation, but they're like Brenda now. She has done so much work, and she has been so careful about analyzing everything, and I believe what she's doing. I mean, it's really important. It's very important work, and I am very proud of that. So
yes.